Today my friend just helped me bought something from India from Flipkart, the Poco M2. This one is said to be an exact copycat from that of the Redmi 9. Well, I'm just curious to find out how exactly the same they are. Are you ready to find out? Join me. Hi, I'm Mitch002 of Xiaomi Review and welcome back to my channel. If you're somebody new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Poco just released another phone in India last month. While we're all excited and buying the Poco X3, here comes the Poco M2. But a word of reminder, this can only be bought in India. The rest of the world got the Redmi 9. So this phone really got me curious. Poco has been staging a big comeback from the Poco X3 and it's really taking the world by storm, but problem is the stock is not enough. So right now we're going to check how good this phone is. Budget or mid-ranger? We'll find it out. So we can see the box of the Poco is a bit different from the global version that we see. You can see here it's India's #1 and at the side it's a Poco M2. On the other side, some specs and underneath, more specs. Made in India. So right now, upon opening the box, you can see it's another yellow box, small one. We can see that there's a SIM ejector pin, your user guide, the Poco phone itself, a 10 watts charger, and of course, your Type-C cable. All this and nothing more from the box. So let's put everything aside. And right now, for the main course. So pulling the plastic out, nothing fancy here. You can see the phone. Yeah, it really looks similar to that of the Redmi 9. Only that there's no ring type shape over here, no oval shape. Just plain. But the back is a little bit different. The lower half is a little bit matte finish. Check it out. I think this looks better than that of the Redmi 9. Don't you think? I think it is. Right now, let's take a quick tour around this phone. Underneath, we have the audio jack, microphone in, USB Type-C port, and of course, your loudspeaker. On the side, power button, and your volume rocker. On top, we have your noise cancellation mic plus your IR. And on the side, we have a SIM tray which can host 2 nano SIM plus 1 micro SD card. At the back, we have the quad camera setup plus your fingerprint scanner and your LED flash. The Poco logo is so small down there, unlike the Poco X3. And up front, we have your dot drop selfie camera, and that's all from this phone. Right now, we're going to run down some specs from this phone. Checking the processor, it's exactly the same. It's an MTK G80, a 12 nanometer processor, exactly the same from that of the Redmi 9. And of course, now that we know the processor, we might as well take a look at some benchmark. Taking a look at Antutu, it gave you 203,000 points for this benchmark. Well, pretty much the same. Probably the next thing that you ask me is, does this phone has a Google Play Store on it? Yes, it does has. But my next question is, does this have a level 1 security level for Widevine? Yes, it does. So hello, HD on Netflix. This phone has a 6.53 IPS LCD 1080p and Corning Gorilla Glass strip protection. Now, swiping left and right, you can see that the phone is, well, pretty much responsive and well, almost the same as the Redmi 9. I don't see any lags when swiping left and right, up and down. Well, it's pretty much responsive. All I can say that the screen is, well, really not as good as that of the Poco X3. Of course, that we know that that one has a 120Hz screen refresh rate. This one is just, well, your ordinary 60Hz refresh rate. Maybe my eyes just got too used on the 120 and 144 screen refresh rate. That's it. Now this phone packs a quad camera at the back. Here goes the 13MP wide camera main sensor. Then there's also the 8MP ultra wide sensor, coupled with a 5MP macro lens and your 2MP depth sensor. And of course, don't forget the LED flash and the fingerprint scanner back here. And up front, we have an 8MP dot drop notch selfie camera. Speaking about camera, why not let's take a quick look on some indoor and outdoor shots from this phone. I can say that taking outdoor shots is a-okay, no problem on that, but taking some indoor shots, especially on low light, I can say that it still lacks some punch and, well, it's not as sharp as I expect it to be. Well, I don't expect too much from a 13MP. Now, taking a quick look at some videos. Well, I can say the videos is quite sharp, but of course, it's a bit hard to watch some jittery video. It's quite a headache, really. It's too much strain on the eyes. Now for some selfie video. Guys, this is how it looks like when you're vlogging using the front camera of the Poco M2. Guys, this is how it looks like when you're vlogging using the front camera of the Poco M2. And this variant is only sold in India. Well, for selfie video, especially when you're on a little bit darker spot, my face tends to be a little darker than the usual, but of course, probably it has a hard time adjusting to the lightings, and since it's just a budget phone, I don't expect too much from this one. Now, we have a 5000 mAh of battery inside, and it can support up to 18 watts of fast charging. Too bad we only have a 10 watts charger together with this one, but nevertheless, we have a 65 watts charger. We just use it on this one, and I found out that it can only take up to 15 watts. And another thing that I found out after draining the battery down to 40% and of course charging it back up using my 65 watts charger, it took me roughly 3 hours and 40 minutes, which is quite a bit long for 5000 mAh. Maybe I just got too used on quick charging roughly for 33 watts. It's probably the best one. 33 watts is just enough just for me. Now, checking PC Mark for the battery stress test, it gave me a 12 hours and 26 minutes on this phone after setting it to 50% brightness and letting it run for the rest of the night. Well, the battery is not that high. Of course, I probably expect more from a 5000 mAh, but since it's a GAD from MediaTek, I don't really think it's that battery efficient. So right now, let's take a trip to gaming. And right now, I'm playing Call of Duty. I can say the graphics is, well, so-so. I cannot really say that it's really that nice, but it's playable. And there are a few frame drops from time to time. I cannot say that there's completely no frame drops since it's really just a budget range phone. And well, I was able to win several rounds after playing for an hour and a half. And the back is getting a little bit warm when playing too long. Not to the point that it will burn your skin, but it's just tolerable. Overall, the gaming experience on this one is for me just so-so. So guys, I found out that this phone is exactly the same as the Redmi 9. And you can check my review link on the link above. And well, I think that this phone is really something good if you're on a budget. And well, I don't really expect too much. Maybe if you're looking for an online schooling phone, I can recommend this one. No doubt about that. It's really nice. And the form factor is really, really nice. I think I like this one better than that of the Redmi 9. What do you think about that? Comment on the comment section below on what you think about this phone. And of course, reminder, this phone can only be bought in India. Thanks to my friend Bharat, who's helping me buying this stuff from India. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a like and of course subscribe to my channel. And lastly, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any review just like this one. So I hope to see you on my next one.